Okay, welcome to the Karen Mitches podcast. Today I have Kendelle LaBella.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Thanks for being on, Kendelle. How are you doing today?
Not bad.
How did the recent snowstorm treat you?
It was my birthday, so it actually ended up great because Ripley's Aquarium provided 50% off tickets. So I went.
You had a birthday party at the aquarium?
I think party is a bold move to encapsulate what happened, but me and a couple friends took some mushrooms and looked at fish. That was my birthday. Yeah, it was lovely.
Okay, I'm not that adventurous, but if you're up for it, that sounds amazing.
It was a delight. Yeah. We got kicked out at the end. We spent too long looking at the fishes.
Can I ask what age or like approximately?
Oh, what age that I turned?
Yeah.
Oh, 39.
Seriously?
Yes. I understand not an average 39-year-old would have a birthday party at Ripley's Aquarium doing mushrooms.
I thought you were like closer to 30. But no, I feel like there's even more reason to take mushrooms.
Yeah, right?
The older we get.
Yeah. It's medicine.
Are you into anything like new agey?
No. I'm not. It's like X-Files. Like, I want to believe, but the like skeptic in me won't let me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. I kind of feel that too. Although I did get like indoctrinated into astrology recently.
Yeah, I know many fellow soldiers. Yeah, I do have a joke about being Aquarius and being like I'm more interested in aliens, but that's such like a typical Aquarius thing to be more into. The truth is out there. I don't know.
It is. That is a very Aquarian thing.
So I've heard.
I was listening to this comic the other night he was talking about being an Aquarius on stage and the audience was losing him. And he was saying like how it's not a water sign. And I'm like, that is very important. People don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. Sorry.
But like the whole aliens and Aquarius, like it's more of an intellectual but like out there kind of sign.
And what is a water sign typical of?
Emotional.
Okay. Like Pisces?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like
It's my sister.
Emotional and spiritual, but maybe not.
Oh, well, I like to, for spiritual, we're going to hit, so, Karen, you said it was going to be like a light talk.
A light talk where I asked you your deepest thoughts.
I feel like I'm agnostic because I know enough to know I don't know enough. That's my go-to.
I like that. And I feel like an agnosticism leaves room to like have fun.
For sure. What's the point otherwise? What are we doing?
So when you say you're into aliens, do you think like they've been here?
Oh, I think like statistically speaking, that's granted. Also, how come I love there was at one point where the US military was like, yeah, hey, so these were some UFOs, and everyone was like, pandemic, like
yeah,
the perfect time to drop this information.
Why didn't that get
a
bigger?
splash? Because we'd been exposed repeatedly in our like grocery lineups to the tabloids of like that's not a real thing, but just how there's like always like Sasquatch or aliens or whatever that bat kid.
Yeah like before there was like your uncle getting brainwashed by the internet, there was always like the random aunt who read the National Enquirer, and it was yeah, I think that's where I was with it, because I do have that sense of like, yeah, aliens are real. It wouldn't be like unlikely, like it wouldn't be crazy that they had been observing us and studying our planet. But yeah, when people are like, oh no, the government has like evidence, then I'm like, no, they don't.
But like there's so much, I feel as though there's so many things that I'm just gonna go straight tinfoil hat. There's so many things that 20, 30, 40 years from now, like when they're like, oh, now you can read about it, and like, yeah, we totally did do that. Like so many things that they're like, we actually were showing you this whole time. Have you watched the movie Don't Look Up?
Yeah, it's like Jennifer Lawrence
and Leo DiCaprio,
age and it's appropriate. Like an end of the world,
and they just keep spinning it. They're like like machine gun shooting the meter or whatever. Like they just keep spinning it to meet like whatever media messaging they need.
Because they're trying to get people to care.
The scientists are.
Yeah, and they can't.
Like everyone just keeps spinning it. They're like, oh, like I'm not doing it justice, but essentially, yeah, scientists freaking out. Knock knock, climate change, guys. And then people spinning it. Like, remember Al Gore? Remember how he was supposed to turn things around for us? And then we're like, who? Al Gore who?
Well, it's crazy, too, because I was thinking and getting upset about how little
That's
discourse.
the problem you were thinking. That's how you get upset.
I was thinking about how we hadn't been talking about the climate at all. And then when Mark Carney gave that speech at Davos, this like leftist follower that I really like pointed out, like, you know, Carney isn't this revolutionary. He's totally forgot about climate change. Then I was like, shut up about climate change. We need to worry about Trump.
Yeah, or like literally with Venezuela when they were like, "Oh, we've kidnapped the president," and then Canada's response was, "We're worried about oil. Don't worry, more pipelines." That was I'm like, you're just pushing the agenda you want to be like. Now we have reason to push more pipelines. Like, yeah. It's wild.
And I feel like no one could contextualize it, and it turned into like a lot of jokes about Maduro wearing Nike Tech when he got
that
abducted.
And then then everybody wanted that was like on Grailed or whatever, people wanted to buy Nike Tech. Yeah, which
I don't even, what do you think that was about?
I think that, well, okay, you know Marty Supreme with the everyone wants like the Marty Supreme jacket, right?
Yeah.
From the like, not who cares about the movie if you've got the jacket? It's like such in high demand. And what's his name? Is his name Jared Kushner, the guy who is like the producer of Marty Supreme, but he also. Okay, this sounds.
Did Jared Kushner produce Marty Supreme?
It's one of those guys. It's one of those guys that feels very like against what A24.
Kushner is Trump's son-in-law.
Yeah, I think that's him. I think that's who it was.
Oh my God.
I know. Sorry. If you think, you get sad. You get angry.
Did you see his Gaza peace plan?
No, I can't.
It was for the bros.
What a nightmare. Yeah. So
has anything been entertaining you lately? Or is anything good you've been thinking on?
Yeah. The jellyfish at Ripley's. But also the full price for Ripley's. Do you just take a step? How much do you think it is?
For one adult?
Yeah, one adult.
Like $25.
That was 50% off. It was $50-something plus tax, full price.
Oh, snap.
It used to be that they literally said to us when we checked out to buy the tickets at half price. They were like, that was 2019 prices that they were offering for the one snow day Monday.
Oh my God.
Yeah. In this economy. Like,
brutal.
Yeah.
You can't, and it's for kids too, so it means like if you want to take your kid,
that's an expensive.
It's going to be like, even if the kids are half price, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's an expensive world we live in. But the jellyfish were great. There's a couple of cool looking fish in there. What else is good? I love comedy.
Was there no crowds when you went?
Yeah, we went after number one, the snow day, and then we went after 6:00. So we went. That's what they didn't kick us out because we were rowdy. We were actually quite quiet and contemplative, like whispering, literal whispering. But it was. I remember they were like at 8:15. They were doing announcements of like. For people here, we're closing in 45 minutes, which at that time seems eons away, and you should be at Jellyfish Bay. We were not at Jellyfish Bay, so they were literally like shutting down exhibits right behind us with security, being like, you just need to keep moving forward.
Well, yeah, I imagine like a mushrooms crew would be very like just perceiving and not trying to move quickly at all.
Yeah, you're there to enjoy the moment. And also not an adult in sight. It was run entirely by teenagers.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I love a place run by teens. I feel like we don't have that enough now.
No, not enough anymore, but that.
I like the level of like fun incompetency that they bring.
And also
things.
like some like the nonchalance about like things that I would be like, that's a hazard. But yeah.
Make it a little bit dangerous.
but don't really care. You know, they're getting minimum wage. That's the thing that kills me. Like, if you want someone to care, don't give them minimum wage.
Oh, yeah. Anytime I'm mad at anyone in a store, I'm always like, I know these people aren't being paid. You know, it's someone higher that I'm really mad at.
Can I jump into like my like something I try to stay away from so hard, but like Karenness of me, and
yes,
not to.
No, it's okay. I do,
because I know you're probably hyper aware. You're hyper aware of like what your actions, how they present to the world.
When they're reading my name out at Starbucks, I'm like, oh my God.
What a great way to be perceived. But at Shoppers, I find that Shoppers is really bad with putting the wrong prices for things, or like scanning it for more money.
Yeah,
you
think you're getting 3,000 points, but you're really paying twice the price.
Yeah. And there's a law in Canada or Ontario at least, where if you scan something and it's higher than the shown price, if it's less than $10, you get it for free. If it's more than $10, you get $10 off the price.
Oh.
Yeah, FYI. Like, and Metro honors that. Like, all the grocery stores honor that. And for whatever reason, Shoppers Drug Mart will like fight tooth and nail. And I'm like, you're making minimum wage. What do you care? Like,
yeah,
like you're fighting so hard against like this mess up that's like a law. And then they'll like bring a manager, and the manager's also, I'm like, you're probably making $1 over minimum wage, and you are like fighting tooth and nail about this. So
fuck.
Yeah. So yeah.
My pet peeve with Shoppers Drug Mart is I'll see like a gorgeous building that's kind of older and run down, but suddenly they're like revitalizing it. Like these new windows are getting put in, and I'm like, oh my God, what's it gonna be? And it's always a Shoppers Drug Mart.
Shout out Galen.
And I just think, like, what if we put, like, businesses, I don't know, you can't have a beautiful space and have it not be a Shoppers.
Yeah, and I used to, like, as a teen, I loved a Shoppers. Going there, like, at night to get a box of hair dye and a sweet treat and a drink.
Oh, yeah.
That was, like, that was a jam. Maybe some, skincare. And now I just get angry at, like, how... I don't know if you like deodorant is so much money, like laughably funny.
Yeah, because before there was no, like... I never thought about prices, and you're right. Like, it was dyeing your hair when you're a teen with your friends and all that, discovering skincare.
Calypso drink. I don't know. Yeah.
Fuck. But yeah, now you can't do really anything in life without being angry about the cost of it.
Yeah. Yeah. So not a fan of Loblaws either. Sorry, guys. They had me as a kid with their like money back guarantees, and now they're just so corporate greedy. I can't do it.
Did you see there was like a video of WestJet? They had these new super cheap seats, and they had
the standing ones.
Yeah, well, you were sitting in it, but the guy, like a normal sized man, sat down, and his legs were like under the seat, and it was so like it gave me a panic attack to just watch the video. So I guess they complained and they got rid of it, but it's like, it feels like there's no business that hasn't moved into that, like, predatorial.
For sure. No ethical consumption under capitalism. That's where we're at, baby. That's what we're dealing with.
How are we staying sane in this environment?
I like weed. And I feel so bad for people who are like, I can't smoke weed, or I can't do edibles. It makes me paranoid or gives me a panic attack. I feel awful because I'm like, to me, I like to chill out, to just turn off my brain a little bit. Just love a little mini vacay. Love it.
Yeah. No, I'm in the, I would just have like a, it
would be worse.
Yeah. It's not fair, and I don't know why it is that some brains get better on it and others get worse.
Yeah. Well, I didn't smoke weed till I was 25.
That actually, I think,
you wait
is
till your brain
the secret. Yeah.
Developed.
Don't be a teen who does drugs.
Well, I had like a lot of my friends who were stoner friends from like 13, 14. And then then later on, like decades later, they're like, oh, now I can't smoke. It makes me anxious. Not everyone, but like some of them, yeah.
No, but I'd say a lot of my friends who, they're the ones who get into it late, get to
enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't know.
And I think the younger you drink, I think it's actually a stat that the younger you start drinking regularly, the more likely you'll be alcoholic.
Yeah.
So I had to quit drinking completely. And yeah.
When I was, for 2 years, I worked at a banquet hall when I was a teen, like 16. I'm not of legal drinking age, and it wasn't good. It was not because it was essential. The bartenders there like just gave me and my friends alcohol.
Yeah.
We would get, I like sometimes didn't serve dinner because I was puking in a bathroom like that. But could they fire me? No, because they were the ones plying me with the booze. Like, it was a very
Was it
bizarre.
typically like a wedding or what?
Always weddings, yeah.
Okay.
Lots of weddings, and then Sundays would be like a bridal. Then you'd really want to drink. It'd be like a Sunday late morning bridal party, like a shower, like a baby shower, those ones, and you're like, oh, this coffee cup is Bailey's, actually. This is how we're pushing through. Yeah.
Fuck. I love a fancy baby shower.
Do you?
Yeah. A lot of my friends did a very like down to earth, like it's just at their house. It's just, But one of my friends, I think because her partner didn't want to get married, so she never got the wedding. Oh. So she did like she rented out an art gallery parties, and it was like catered and it was fucking mint. And I was like, lovely. This is what you lazy bitches should have done.
Yeah, right? Yeah. I don't know. It was a lot of weddings because there was like 4 or 5 halls. So like on a Saturday night, someone would be like, this is the best night of my life. And then you'd walk 10 feet through like a side wall and be like, this is the best night. Like, just over and over again.
I love it. And I feel like a wedding is the underage drinking mecca.
Yeah. Generally.
Like, I never worked at a wedding, but every wedding I went to when I was a young person, I got to drink at.
I think that, it's like that because it's a celebration and everyone else is probably a little lit too. So they're like, yeah, what's a tipple?
Yeah. And it's like your parents don't want you to drink with your friends.
It's safer.
It's not that big of a deal for you to get drunk with them.
With your grandpa. There's like that one uncle. They're like, I usually just stick to this end of the list. It was too loose with those hips. Too much generation. Yeah.
Shit.
Oh no.
Yep. Are you quite close with your family?
Yeah. Pretty much. Like on my mom's side, I had a bio dad that like was like deadbeat, kind of absent. But my maternal grandparents very close with, and then actually my stepdad passed away last week. So that's been it was a pretty crazy week because
I'm so sorry.
Thank you. It was.
Did you guys know it was coming?
No, very sudden, unexpected. He went to work like 6 a.m. Monday morning, and like passed out at work from pain, and then spent the day in the hospital while they were running tests. And I guess like for our healthcare system, a lot of it's blood tests and stuff. The more expensive tests, like a CT, which is where you'd pick up he had a ripped aorta or torn aorta, and so it's not till you get to a CT test to know that that's what's going on.
Oh, fuck.
So he'd been bleeding out into his abdomen for like I don't know how long, and then they tried to do like some surgery and it was also bad weather last Monday, so they couldn't airlift him to a hospital. So they did overnight. The ambulance finally took him to a hospital. They did some surgery, and then it was like I was en route to the hospital when he had died. So it was very, very quick and unexpected.
Wow.
Yeah, and my mom was like feeling guilty about it because she's like, he was 67 and he was still working. She's like, he never got to retire, which is sad.
Yeah.
But I've kind of, so in my head, the way that I've framed it as like best possible scenario, he did die surrounded by loved ones. So like my mom was there, his brother and sister were there, his childhood best friend, like everyone was surrounding him, like holding his hands, saying good memories and stuff, which a lot of people don't get. Like that's like, and the day before when he was like, before he had to be intubated, he like got to say to like my mom and his sister and like say like things he needed to say. Yeah. Which was like, again, a lot of people don't get that.
Yeah.
And also, he was 67 still working, but his retirement plan was winning the lottery. So even if he had recovered, when you have something like that, you like have to be on dialysis every other day for the rest of your life. Like it wouldn't have been, the quality of life wouldn't have been there.
Yeah.
So
I think yeah, it's very sad when people have a long stretch at the end that's really miserable. So sometimes when someone goes younger, like,
yeah, because I'm like he also didn't rode his bike everywhere. That was his main mode of transportation. Like, how are you going to be doing this?
Yeah,
like, yeah. So
how old were you when they got married?
It was what's it called when they're common law? That it is called common law.
Yeah.
They actually so they first got together like 25 years ago. But I have like two quote unquote stepbrothers that are older, and one of them was living with him. So they didn't move in together till, I don't know. I can't remember I think it was a teenager when he started living with us, after his son had like moved out. But Karen, here's the tea. No, they have been separated for the last 5 years, just as friends.
Yeah.
Like living just as friends, like their own condos and stuff. And my mom had like tried to like, like we're friends. And then last week he was like, you've always been my person, like very like heart-wrenching things. So it's just kind of like an I know. Oh. It's been a lot of like processing things and then just like revisiting stuff. So
fuck.
Yeah. Wild ride. He loved music. He was a DJ in Toronto. Like he used to DJ at the Phoenix and stuff. And
what kind of music?
Yeah, not like EDM. I need to like rock and roll.
Okay,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, like rock music.
Nice.
His brother's been in lots of bands, and like he's a musician, like a professional musician. So that was the one thing like I feel good about my relationship with him. The one thing I regret was not being able to get there in time because I wanted to play music for him. Yeah. That was because they're like, oh, he can hear you and maybe he can. And like, I know just from like, I work in gerontology, and with people with Alzheimer's and cognitive impairment, you can like be on death's door. You have forgotten how to like swallow, but you can hear music and it will like cognitively synapses fire off, and it like, it does something to you. It has to be music that means something to you though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So.
Fuck.
Yeah.
So what do you do in gerontology? Gerontology?
Yeah, now I do gerontology. Old people. We can say old people. Yeah. That's the same thing.
Are you a caregiver?
No, kudos to anyone who does that, because that's like the most grueling work. They also, never mind minimum wage, like PSWs need to get paid more. Like that's a tough job. Right now, I'm not frontline anymore. I do project management, but I used to do like therapeutic rec and activation.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So like
the fun stuff.
Playing.
Yeah, like we actually it was the last time I think the last time I had gone to Ripley's was like a decade ago when I took a bunch of seniors.
Oh my god. Did you do a lot of field trips?
Yeah, I did, because they were like cooped up, and it was so fun.
I love a field trip. Yeah. That's like the one thing.
Yeah, high stress. So never mind producing shows. High stress, taking a bunch of seniors with cognitive impairment on a trip. It's like,
oh shit,
herding cats that can fall.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's fun when you can pull it off.
Yeah. I stayed away from a lot of jobs because I was just like, the responsibility is so much. Like,
yeah. I mean, like for me, it was because there was like the PSWs who had to do a lot of that like personal care. It's in their title. But being able to do the fun stuff was nice. It felt less responsible in some ways. And also to be able to, I don't know, some things are so like balloon volleyball. You might think that is lame, but they're loving it. They're like having the time of their life swatting at a balloon, and it's fun. So.
One of my friends used to teach fitness classes, and she said her best class of the day was this one like 10 a.m. class, because it was mostly seniors who showed up for it. And she's like, they're not like racing in and racing out on their way to somewhere else. Like, this is their event for the morning. And she's like, it's the best group of people to hang out with.
Yeah, I believe it. Sometimes there's a little bit of like high school gossip drama if they're cognitively well. Like if it's a like there's different, so there's something called an adult day program. I don't know if you've heard of that. There's different ones, but the one that I worked at was for seniors with cognitive impairment. But sometimes there'd also be some seniors that are just socially isolated, and so they come to get that like connection, that community connection.
Yeah.
But usually for a senior that's cognitively well and somewhat physically capable, they do like a senior active living center, which could be at like a rec center or somewhere like that. There seems to be a little bit more gossiping and drama in those. So
I think I'd be down for that.
Of course. It could be riveting. Yeah.
That would just be my main thing, I think. Just like finding out the hot goss.
Yeah. And they'd probably love you for it. Like they'd be like, Karen, come here. I've got tea. Yeah.
How did you, like, what made you think to go into that area?
Gerontology, old people. My grandparents, it was kind of I used, my first like big girl job was at the Toronto Star in marketing and advertising. That was nepotism. I only got that interview because my mom and like I've had like so many relatives work in the press and at the newspaper.
Where'd you grow up?
Scarborough.
Okay.
Yeah, deep Scarborough. So I started working there as a summer student after my first year of university. And then I got like also because it was like great money. It was amazing money, more than like any of my friends. There's like me and then one guy who had done a summer job at Enbridge. And we're like, can you believe we're getting so much money? So I continued working there in like the do you remember classified ads?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like not non-existent anymore. That was a booming business. That there was so much money to be made there when newspapers were relevant.
And now you just use the internet for free. I never thought about that.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a whole other thing. And just ads in general in newspapers. That was how they existed. That's how they could pay reporters and like print the paper and stuff, was through advertisement. So did that, but then internet, spoiler, massive layoffs. And then I was looking at doing like a second career, and there's a program called Second Career that you can apply to. Originally I was like, I want to do fashion design because that seemed fun. And they're like, you need to prove that there's a job market available. I'm like, there's not. So then I pivoted because I was like, my grandparents are getting old and I'm worried about as they get older. Like my grandpa loved to tease people. That was like, teasing was his love language. And I'm like, that doesn't translate when someone's trying to care for you and they don't know you.
Yeah.
So yeah, I went into gerontology and that's how I wound up.
That's
there.
really cool. I had a friend who ended up in communications, but she looked into fashion, and I remember like her saying like that's like the nepotism field.
You
like,
have to, for sure.
Like you need to do like a multi-year internship in a big city where you work full time, but you get paid no money. So unless someone's gonna pay your rent in that big city.
Yeah, like I had one of my friends later on. He went into he did Ryerson's program, which is pretty prestigious. But he did placements for like a designer where he was working crazy hours for nothing. And then he was able to make it work for a little while because he was young and didn't need sleep. And also he I don't know what bar on Church Street he worked at, but he could work a couple nights and make great tips there to survive off of. But wild. Yeah. Nepotism's the way to go. Just be like independently wealthy and then have fun.
Then you can explore a number of careers.
Yeah, it's delight. It's a delight.
So where and when did you start doing comedy?
I've just now it's like 2 years and 2 years and 2 months. Yeah, which I feel like a lot of like men, they'll like not know like how old their kid is, but they'll know, oh, I've been at it for like 18 months, you know. It's their baby. Yeah. Yeah, so 2 years 2 months.
Yeah, I always know exactly how long it's been, and I always round up, so I'll be like almost 3 years.
Nice. You got it.
Like a kid who's gonna be 8 soon.
Yeah. And then apparently like when I talk to people who've, I think it's like the decade threshold, then they start rounding down. It's like like they want to like, I feel like it was a weird answers I've gotten from folks that have been at it for over 10 years. They're like, they round down instead of us newbies like rounding up.
Yeah, so. Fair enough. I feel like when you're new, everyone tells you like how long it's gonna take, and then it's like,
take for what?
to get good.
How long is it supposed to take to get good?
Well, there's different arguments, and there's sort of level up points.
I'm so interested.
So I think 300 mics.
Oh, that
is like
I've heard
the lowest level of like leveling up. Like now you're good at being an amateur, and then I hear things around like 3 years, 5 years, 8 years
as milestones.
Yeah,
some people takes 3 years, 5 years, 8 years to do 300 mics. It just depends on.
Yeah.
How they're grinding.
Yeah. And I think it's just like, it's interesting. I guess just like, I think when people first told me like there was a level up between 5 years and 8 years, I couldn't hear them say that because I'm like, I wanted everything to happen really quickly.
Where are you at?
So almost 3 years.
Okay.
So I feel like now I've been in it long enough to now I believe how long it takes.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that it's also different too for different, I don't know enough, but just from doing mics and shows in different cities and stuff. Toronto is great. We're so fortunate to have so many mics available. So to get to 300, you can do that relatively fast if you have no social life. Do you know what I mean? Like you could grind that out pretty quick. Whereas there's like some, I'm just thinking, I don't know enough, but like Calgary, like there's less.
Yeah, or like there's this one guy who he comes down to Toronto sometimes to do classes like for his job, and he'll do mics here, but he's from Sudbury, and he said there's one open mic in Sudbury like every week.
And imagine not even getting up. Imagine you're waiting there that whole night. You still my heart. Yeah. So I think that or like New York, right? They like there's literally like I think it's called like Buddha something. They like have like so you can do a mic like there's like 3 sections in one evening.
Yeah, because I was in New York for a weekend and we did 3 mics because we did other stuff we did comedy stuff the first day we were there, and then we did other stuff the second day.
Yeah,
but it was just like we did one in the afternoon, one in the early evening, and then one like in the mid like around 9
What's an
or 10.
afternoon mic like?
It was actually good.
Nice.
Like the quality of the the comedians were good. It was at this place called now I forget what it's called. It's like Tiny something. Okay. It was like this little place in Brooklyn, and yeah, I still remember the other comics that were on it because there was like a lot of talent. Nice. And it was kind of just comics only, and people like gave each other feedback.
Oh, okay. So more like a marm mic a little bit? Like,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
It was nice. And then we met people from that we like traveled. We like had some food with them afterwards, and then like traveled to the next mic together. But yeah, without like we weren't trying to do the most amount of mics.
Yeah.
Like because we could have probably done 5 if we
it hustled.
Like once you know how to get to the places, I think yeah, you could really grind. It's insane.
Yeah. Well, that's where you do it, right? That's where you go.
I feel like the level of talent there though would be like intimidating.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, because you could have like someone just like also drop in and just they've been doing it for decades, and they're like, what's it called when you're at the Comedy Cellar what's the word when you're passed? That to me sounds like such a fun term because like when I hear passed, like I either think someone's died or like just scraped by like a passing grade.
Yeah,
but passed at the Comedy Cellar means like now you're in, you can like get spots there. So. Anyway, yeah, it would be intimidating because just like that depth and breadth of talent that is concentrated there. But Toronto is full of amazing comics also, like funny people. So yeah, it's not like the Mecca. So.
Yeah, and I feel like when you're new, you're with a lot of new people as well.
For sure.
As opposed to like people who already got good in their home city before they moved to New York.
Yeah, but that sometimes happens. Not to say, I feel like in Toronto, I've noticed like some people from BC or out east or from like Alberta, they'll come here.
Yeah, you see someone new and then they go on stage and you're like, but he's not new.
Because they've been grinding it at home, yeah.
Yeah. So what got you into it?
Into stand-up comedy? Okay, so two things I think are like the propelling things for me. One was I had like been gifted a trip to New York for my birthday 3 years ago now, and going to Comedy Cellar, going to Eastville, like going to see live comedy there and being like, oh, this is so much fun, but also I kind of want to like be up there doing it. Like, yeah, I love, because I've been a fan of stand-up comedy forever. Like as a consumer, as an audience, it's something that I've always enjoyed. But I was like, oh, it feels like it would be fun. And then also, my grandpa died, and I missed making him laugh. Like we had this like very much, especially as he had more and more cognitive impairment. It became more like physical humor, like just like trying to make the visits positive, because he for the last year of his life was in long-term care, and like I wanted him to like have a smile and laugh, and like that was my goal when I go to see him. Like, how can I make him laugh? So I missed that.
That's tough.
It was not always. Sometimes it's a simple fart joke. That'll do it.
I like how much of your life is around death.
Is lately, it? Oh no, like... lately. Lately, huh?
But it's good to take something positive out of it.
Yeah. Well, I think also too, when I was really young, I had done before when planes would play a movie, everyone would have headsets, but you'd see like it's whatever they're playing is what the whole plane is watching. Yeah. So we had done just an all-inclusive trip. I think it was in grade 9. It was for my grandparents' anniversary, so it was like a big group of us. And they were playing Just for Laughs gags on the airplane movie thing. And if you didn't have the headset on, you just hear like the whole plane erupt into laughter. That felt like that was such an enticing feeling. I'm like, oh my gosh, you can like make this whole group of people laugh. And I don't know if it was 14 or 15, whatever. That was back when not everything was online. Like trying to find like an email address for somewhere. I had found the Just for Laughs gags Montreal, like a contact, and sent an email pouring my heart out, being like I want to do this. Like I want to be part of Just for Laughs gags. I love a gag. I love a prank. And they were like, you need to be an adult, and also you have to like live in Quebec. Like, peace out. No, like it was just like such a quick shutdown. But I just making people laugh, because we're all like, I like we're all gonna die, but like let's put some joy out there.
Okay, though I'm interested when you say you love a gag, you love a prank.
Yes.
Defend pranks to me.
Defend pranks?
Yeah. To those who say pranks are just mean.
Yeah, and sometimes they are. Nathan Fielder is, I think, a comedic genius. I love Nathan Fielder. Do you know?
Yes.
Okay. He's like my number one comedian. Can I say love interest? Like an unrequited love interest?
Okay, that's an interesting love interest.
But that's like, I love like him, all of his.
He's so good at pranks.
Yes. And just the way, like, there's some things too where I have to wonder, like, was it him? Was it set design? There's an episode of Nathan For You where they have a party, and they make it so that the invite gets sent to spam for someone they don't want to actually be there, so they can be like, oh, like, we sent you the invite, did you check your spam? Like, that's the whole business concept for this party. But the party itself, like the decor is just so bad. That was making me crack up. Like just these little things. Or like another time they were interviewing people for a gig, but the door would only open like a quarter of the way, and so they'd film people just trying to walk into this room and the door not like those things that they didn't talk about, didn't address, weren't part of the plot. Just tickled me in such a way. Yeah.
It's like the little details, like when you rewatch a comedy show and then you start to see like, oh, there's like a little something they've put
more intricacy. Yeah. I really appreciate that. I think Arrested Development had a lot of those like nods in it when you watch it again.
Yes. Yeah. That's exactly who I was thinking of. Were you a fan like growing up? Like, did you like Tom Green?
I did, except it became like, I don't know what kind of teen you were, but I tried to, like, I was like angsty, whatever, no one understands me kind of thing. And everyone really got into the whole daddy, would you like some sausage? So I remember like grade 8, we had a sub teacher, and the scheme was that everyone would start saying, daddy, would you like some sausage, while moving their desks closer and closer to the front of, this was not my prank, but I was like, everybody likes Tom Green now, so it's no longer like a cool thing to.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Because he was coming out when I was at the end of high school.
Okay.
And so that part, I think I was fully in the adult world.
Oh, no,
uninvested.
That
came.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
But no, I think I still liked it because I wasn't around my classmates. I wouldn't have known.
I didn't like how uncomfortable he made his parents. I didn't like that.
I loved the parent stuff.
Do you know what I felt bad? Also, because I was like, I would get beat right now if I tried this. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
you were a more respectful kid.
Also, yeah, my younger brother was very much a handful growing up, so I feel like my mom was tired from that, and I'm like, I can't put more on this woman.
What about, did you ever listen to Jerky Boys?
No, what is that?
It was an album that came out maybe like 5 years before Tom Green started, and it was just these guys who did crank phone calls.
Oh, I remember Crank Anchors, like the puppets.
I didn't know that one.
I think Comedy Central. Do you know my favorite growing up though? Honestly, was Ali G show. The Ali G show was so good. I loved it. He used to be my crush. Sacha Baron used to be my number one.
He is a really good crush. He is a very handsome man who's also like wildly hilarious.
Yeah, and like I think it was the deadpan, like saying the most dumbest thing to like an intellectual, and them trying to assess like, are you serious? Like can you use a Doritos bag as a condom? Like that was a question that was asked on the show. Yeah,
and I feel like I liked his. Like some of that stuff was kind of calling people out, but you could tell he was there for the comedy.
Yes.
You know, like there's a line you walk and then it's like, oh, this is a lot of proving a point and like I don't give a shit. But like he just was like the right flavor of that sort of thing.
For sure. Yeah. And the different characters, like the different personas were good.
I feel like his club guy persona didn't get as loved as I loved it.
Bruno, like the gay
Yes.
man? Yeah.
Like, okay. Maybe just because I was always like peripherally connected to like the rave scene and like here and there, like I loved to dance, but I was typically more like at a rock bar or that. But here and there I would be around like clubbier shit, and like it was real how
accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, like, oh my gosh.
And it was just more feminine, and I like shit about my people.
I remember being in the theater watching, I don't know if it was the original Bruno or the sequel or whatever, where he's like filleting the ghost of his ex-lover. and like it was like pin drop silent in the whole, it was probably like Highway 401 Morningside, like Scarborough movie theater. And then when he was like getting to there, then there was like, oh, just nobody laughing, just like people like, what is this? Just so upset, which I took great pleasure in. Like that to me was hilarious. But also that character kind of reminded me a bit of another phenomenal comedian, and I'm blanking his name, from SNL. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Did he do the club scene with Will Ferrell?
No,
maybe like
no. I understood like that as in its era. It was what's his name? He has his own show as an assassin, but he's doing acting. Why am I blanking on his name?
Oh,
Jared. No.
The show's Barry.
Barry.
And he's called.
The actor is. We'll insert it somewhere.
Will Forte.
Nope. Will Forte is Last Man on Earth, another great one that I didn't even really like him before I watched Will.
It's not Will Forte. It's
Heater. John Heater. Bill Hader.
Bill Hader.
Yeah, that's I'm sorry to Bill Hader. Should you ever stumble upon this?
He's also pretty hot.
Yeah, and hilarious. Like so so smart, funny.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes. Yeah. He's very good.
Yeah.
Did you see
Stefan?
Is it the skeleton twin? Oh my God, Stefan. Yes,
yeah,
that's
Stefan.
the club guy persona.
So good.
Yes.
Yeah, skeleton. Yeah, Kristen Wiig, amazing. Oh, so good. Yeah, my favorite Kristen Wiig movie is called Welcome to Me. Have you heard of that?
No, and I thought I knew everything.
It's so good. It's so good. It's like the height of it's essentially where she plays this person who wins the lottery and decides she's going to produce her whole, like an Oprah kind of show about herself. Like a talk show, but it's like about her.
Oh.
Yeah, like delusions of grace. It was just so good. It was just so, it's Kristen Wiig in her element. So
I love it. She has so many different impressions, and she can do these like very specific things.
Yeah.
Like where you're like, that is a real person somehow.
Absolutely. You're like, that's my aunt, actually. Yeah.
Oh my God. Are you big SNL in general?
I feel like just by right, I have to be. Like like when I was younger, I liked like, oh my gosh, Mr. Bill, like the like old SNL.
Oh.
Like claymation. And then there was like the Molly Shannon, the I'm 50 and the sweaty armpits. I love that I'm blanking on every reference. But yes, long answer short, yes. But then I think every person is like, oh, it used to be good back in my day. That always happens with SNL.
Yeah, I want to say
I love Lonely Island.
Yes. I think I don't spend enough time with it to really love it, but sometimes somebody hosts that I'm interested in.
And then you'll watch.
And then I watched the Shane Gillis episode because everyone had talked about him, but I didn't actually know him. So I'm like, well, I'll watch. And I loved that episode.
Nice.
I watched the Timothy Chalamet episode.
Was that more recent?
It's a few years back now.
Okay, yeah.
Unless he's been back.
He might have been.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, sometimes it's someone who I've never heard of before, and then I'm like, I am not young and with it anymore. Like, I don't like a music performer. I'm like, who?
Well, it's like when you're young, you don't get all the references on the news, and then...
on the news?
You know, like when they do the news clips.
Oh, okay.
It's like...
Weekend update.
You're laughing, but you don't necessarily know who they're talking about.
Yeah.
And then at a certain point, you're like, you don't know all the more like pop culture shit they're referencing.
Yeah, the pop culture stuff is pretty like what I found is like pretty accessible. They've made it pretty accessible. But it's literally like, who is this person performing right now? And I feel bad too, because I'm like, I used to pride myself in like musical knowledge.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll get into someone and then I'll realize they've been out for like
a while.
8 years.
Yeah.
And people will, like, when you talk to people who are younger, they'll be like, they more remember what every year was, and they'll be like, isn't this so 2016? And I'm like, I don't know what that was.
Yeah.
Like nothing is sectioned off for me anymore.
Yeah. Oh, I found that lockdown made everything a big blur. I actually had made a statement that I was just going to start Benjamin buttoning. Like, I'm like, what is time anymore? I'm going back. Yeah, I'm not into it anymore. But yeah, as far as references go for like where things are, you could tell me something like Lonely Island. When you first told me SNL, I'm like, yeah, I'm like of the Lonely Island era. That was my
Dick in a Box.
Yeah, but even before that, my friend had showed me like when they were just on YouTube before they got signed to SNL.
Oh, because I don't even think I knew this. They were like their own thing.
Yeah, they had a pilot, this one episode called Awesome Town, and like Jack Black introed them on it. Like, so there was some success they had, but SNL really was like the launching pad for like their movies and stuff.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. I love comedy. I love to laugh.
And now you're doing book shows and hosting a mic.
Yeah.
Like you're producing a show.
Yeah, I was producing at Imperial, RIP, Imperial Pub. But they shut down at the end of last year after 80-something years. So
that was crazy. What was the story behind them shutting down?
I think it was bought out by the city. They had that pub in their family for decades. But them actually shutting down just kept getting postponed through whatever, like, you know, when they have bylaw, like to build a certain height or whatever, they have like community events and town halls, and then they have to like get approval for things. So it was finalized, even though it was like years in the making, like 6-7 years.
Like being leveled for a condo?
It's going to be a 30-story condo. I don't know what the ground floor is going to be. It would be so cool if they could come back, but
they never put anything good in the podium of a condo.
Never. Oh my gosh. Karen, do you know my neighborhood used to be so good for like, I had like Tacos 101, some excellent shawarma places, and now I've got, they're opening up a Taco Bell and they have a Krispy Kreme, and I'm like, this is not the same. This is not what I want.
Yeah. It's bullshit. I don't know. I think it's like they have to like, I don't know. They have to ruin everything so you can be miserable. Yeah. But
Ned's talking about sounding old.
So are you not producing at the moment since you lost Imperial?
Yeah, so I'm co-producing with Kelly Zemnekis and Desiree Walsh at Henderson for the next couple months.
I don't think I know Henderson.
It's in the West End, and it's fully accessible venue. It's big and beautiful. Like, they do weddings and stuff in there.
Nice.
But so we're rotating, me and Danielle Kerr, back and forth every other month for that spot. So we're there the first Thursday of March. But yeah, I don't have, because Imperial was amazing. We had a Saturday night slot.
Yeah. And you were doing
downtown, the wedding themed Surviving the Season,
which I love.
Yeah, me too. There's just so, and also it was, I know that sometimes comedians talk about how like having a bridal party or a stag like party come to a show, they're so rowdy and oh no, they're here. I'm like, I loved it. We had one of our headliners like kind of stripped a little bit for a bridal party. It was amazing. Like, what? It was fun. It's a lot of fun. Can you tell me who it was? Yeah, it's Rob Watson.
Oh my God, I don't know this person. But now I'm their biggest fan.
Gay AF, he was on JFL and stuff. Usually he does Comedy Bar, I think, where he does the show.
Okay, I'm gonna check him out.
Yeah, fun. A lot of fun.
But I didn't realize you had actual bridal parties to your show.
Yeah, so like we kind of advertised for anybody. We said for the slogan was for single, if you're single, committed, or feel like you should be. So just kind of like a broad.
Yeah.
But
you get a lot of like girls' night out kind of vibe.
Sometimes, yeah, but it's fun. Also, still trying to figure out like where to put that now, because it was like downtown central location on a Saturday night, and now to try to find a venue for that is tricky because everything wants to be a Saturday night downtown. So
yeah,
trying to figure out where to place it, but I still hold it close to my heart.
Yeah, Imperial was special. It was like, it was very, very central, but there was a certain amount of like seediness around it that Absolutely. I feel like made it the right place.
Yeah, like the characters that would come through there, entertaining.
Yeah. Oh, did you know the owners at all?
Yeah, my sister originally bartended. That was like how my in.
Oh, okay.
She, like pre-COVID, she had bartended there, and she did their social media for a while. And my sister and I had lived together at the time. So the owner, sweetest, shout out to Sammy, love him, such a nice guy. But also happy for them because as the bar was shutting down, he had a bebe, and I was like, okay, a new project for you.
Yeah.
So
nice.
Yeah. But if they want to reopen,
yeah,
I'm also all for that.
Do you like the producing side of comedy?
I don't like the stress. I don't like the stress around ticket sales. That to me is overwhelming. Because I haven't cracked the code for like SEO, like how to advertise. I don't know. It still feels like shots in the dark. I love the idea of curating a vibe. I love the idea of being able to choose which comedians I'm performing with. Also, like getting to pick like my favorite comedians is so fun. Like there's this comedian Sam Safraza that I was a fan of before he started doing comedy. So this was like the first show I was producing. I'm like, I want him as headliner. Like I want someone that I enjoy. So
that's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the same, I think, where it's I love curating the vibe, picking the people I want to see on it. But yeah, the ticket sales are so stressful.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I wish I knew how to like automate things, or like knew how to make like put money into marketing that would pay off, like to reach who I wanted to reach. I haven't cracked that code, and I don't know how.
Yeah.
So.
And some people they develop some certain like cachet around themselves that they can just always, or their show becomes known.
Yeah, their show becomes known. Another thing too is like making something niche, right? Like if you're offering something that isn't the typical like bro show, whatever, then you get people who return fans. That's another thing too. I love for shows I've been on, even though they're not, I haven't produced them, but being on shows like at Comedy Lab and hearing people be like, oh, you know, like I moved out of the city 3 years ago, but I was back in Toronto for the weekend and I wanted to come to a Comedy Lab show. That's so nice to hear. Or like Anna Sebastian, they have like a couple of shows that people like audience comes back to. And that's another thing. If I create a show, I want it to be where someone wants to come back.
Yeah.
You know, there's some that you can just burn.
Yeah.
Some people are like just about like get someone in and who cares what happens. And
I've been on shows where it was almost like no one was organizing the show. It's just like a random collection of people who answered an ad on Facebook.
Yeah. I feel like
now
we're all
you here.
Start to organize a show like that. I'm thinking of you like took the reins.
When there's no list of what order we're going up in.
Yeah.
But yeah, I struggle with having any kind of like niche. I'm like, I'm not a niche person. Like 40-year-old ladies who just got into comedy.
You know, there that could be. I feel like there is. Well, Corrine and Kirsten are doing the Cooper show.
Which I love that they
lean into it.
Yeah.
So there's you can find your niche. Maybe it's something like I have Michael Salvatore. He does like a comedy and storytelling show, and just like like every month a different theme.
Oh, is it at Free Times?
Yeah,
I think I just applied to it. I've been watching that come up for a while, but for a while it was topics where I'm like, I don't have a story on that, and I'm like not gonna write 7 minutes
for the sake of
but I was like, I have it, so I applied, so I hope I
it's like it's, again, curated such a great supportive audience and like found a niche that just he excels at, so good.
I have to think of like the kind of show I really want to go to, and then I will produce
like
that.
in the Montreal, like I think her name is Eva. She does like Kickback in Montreal. It's a little different there too, because they're like liquor laws. She like makes it a party, like gives people shots and stuff. Like you just find what makes sense.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, is there anything you want to plug?
Yes, of course. When is this coming out?
It won't be this Monday, but the Monday after that.
Ooh, what a turnaround time, Karen. Okay, yeah, so if this is coming down on Monday, then Thursday, February 12th, I'd love for you to come to the Groove Bar for our free book show and then open mic. And also the first Thursday of March at Henderson Brewery, I'm hosting a show there, paid show. I think it's like $15, and we have good comedians on, so.
Amazing.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.